Today we have a 2019 Honda HR-V, and we're going to take off the front and the rear door panels. I believe these are the same 16 through 19. Not sure about the 20s yet. I haven't encountered one yet. But if they look similar, then it should be the same. That's how I figured out that these ones were similar to the 16s. We're gonna be taking off the front door panels. We're gonna take off a few things. We're gonna take off this front little plastic piece, a little cover here that's got 2 screws there, and then there's a cover here that just pops up. There's a screw behind there, and that's pretty much it. Then what we want to do is we're not gonna want to pull this from the bottom. We're gonna want to pull this from the top. There's actually a channel here. When I tint these windows, I take out. I really don't have to pull the whole door panel. All I got to do is take the cover off, and then pull this cover off and pull back, and I could get the channel out. But I want to show you because it's so easy. So let me bring you in and let's get started. A couple things that we're going to need is we're going to need a small little flat screwdriver, and what we want to do is we want to get right on the top of here, and we want to push that screwdriver in, and then it pushes down on that little cover. Little tab, and then it comes out, and there's 2 screws in there. Get you to see that. So basically put it in here, pushing down. It's got little 2 tabs on the bottom. So we put it back in. We want to make sure to put it down, and then snap it into place. And then next, what we want to do is let's go ahead and take off the 2 screws that are in here. They're those 2 Phillips screw heads. Inside of here, we need to take. We're gonna pop this cover. So what we want to do is take our screwdriver on the side, just put it in there, and then it just pops up. Okay, we don't pull the cover off. We just flip it back, and then we just go ahead and take off that 1 screw that's in there. That's a different kind of screw. It's a silver screw. And next thing we want to do is take off this little cover right here. A couple ways you can do it. If you have like a plastic tool, it's fine. You could use that. That's actually better. But if you don't have one, you can use a screwdriver. What I suggest is you just kind of pull down, like towards you, and then just get behind it, and then just go work your way and then pop it right off. See, I use the screwdriver. I could use a plastic tool there, and it only has 1 clip right there holding it into place. So put it back in. I want to make sure to get it down into the little area there, and then snap it back into place. So next, we do want to pull this panel from the top. The reason I say that, it's very hard to get under here, and if you try to slide the tool in there, you might scratch it. I was able to get the other side off, but the clips kind of popped off, and then I did it differently on the back doors, and I noticed that I was able to get it off, and none of the clips popped off. So basically here, you just kind of pull towards you. Okay, and then once you pop the top off, then you just kind of work your way around. Now, if you want to use a door panel tool here, you can get in here and then just work your way down. Same thing on this side, just kind of work your way down. I just like to pull on it. I kind of get my fingers in there, and then just kind of work my way to where the clip's at. Get close to the clip, and then just pull towards me. And now the panel is basically off. So now the next 2 steps are going to be is to remove the handle here. Now you don't want to take the cabling off of here. You just kind of want to pull the panel towards you and then just slide this out away from you. It does go into a guide, so take it off the guide first and then go ahead and slide the panel through. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So this assembly sits on here. So when you're taking the panel off, it's probably going to do that. Okay? So what we want to do is we actually want to take it off of this side. So if it goes like this, you want to push this side out away from you so it gets off of this little guide right here. Show you again. So it's going to be sitting in there something like that, okay? And when you pull the panel, it's going to probably go like that. So what you want to do is just take it off of this guide and then slide it out. Slide the actual handle out of here. It's really hard to get your finger in there, but there is a little push tab on this side for the front part. which you basically push down. If you can't get it with your hand, get a little small screwdriver, kind of push it in there. And then there's the second harness, which is over here. This one's a little bit easier. This one you can just kind of get your finger in there. Same thing, you just kind of push down and pull out. It's a little harder for me because I don't have a lot of sensitivity in this thumb. And that pretty much does it for the front doors. Like I said, I'm working on this front, so I usually take these channels out. And then these just kind of pull up, kind of turn and pull up. If you were going to replace the speaker right now, you could go ahead and do that. You're going to take the mirror off, you can do that. A couple screws there, harness there. Very simple once you're in here. I don't know about the window. You would have to take all this apart if you're going to get to the window somehow. And if any of the clips do come off, just pop them off. They come off fairly easy. What you want to do is pull towards you and then release the clip a little bit and then get behind it, then snap it off. Okay? What I mean by that is I like to get, you can see the clip. It's got a little spot right there in the front. So instead of pulling this way, what I do is I pull towards me, and what it does, the clip, it goes like this, and then you get behind it and then pop it out. That way it doesn't break this top piece. Because a lot of times that's how they break. Okay? So just check that and then put those on if you need to. If you need it, like me, I'm gonna work on this, so I didn't really have to take this apart, and I really can't because the switch doesn't come off of the door real easily. I still have to plug it in so I can roll the window up and down. So I'm gonna have to hang the door panel back on there, and it's pretty much reverse order. So let me take you to the back one. It's pretty simple. It's similar. It's actually easier because there's not as many screws. Actually, it's easier because it doesn't have the cover. So we got a similar setup in the back. We got to pull the little cover off. We got to pop this little piece. We got 2 screws here, 1 screw here. And that's pretty much it. We pull from the top, work our way around, you're done. Okay. And then also has speakers back here, so if you ever want to get to those. So same thing here. We want to kind of work our way that little notch on the top. Get that little cover off. Screw there. That's the second screw there. Same thing here. We just kind of want to go on one of the sides and just kind of put our screwdriver in there and then work your way and pop it up so the little door opens up and then exposes that Phillips screw. Go ahead and take that off. So now that we got all the screws off of here, we want to go ahead and pull towards us. And then start working our way through the sides, all the way down. Okay, other side. And the panel's off. Same thing, we're going to go ahead and take that. I'm not going to show this part because it's the same thing as the front. Release it off the guide and then take it off, and then you go ahead and hit the push tab and unplug the switch. That one's pretty easy. The back ones are a little easier to take off because you can get to the switch a little bit easier. It's not as cramped in there to get your hand, so it makes it a little bit easier to take it off. And it would be reverse order to put it back together. If you have any questions, hit me up. Thanks for watching.